Okay, Yannick's is sensitive. Oh God, hated that. Hated it. Sensitive, bro. Anyway. Here we go. There you go. Hey everyone, ATM 77 here. Welcome to a live stream of Genshin Impact. I'm kind of disappointed. First thing first, that we have the name of the character, but in truth, I was gonna put the name of the what she's supposed to be the router version of Gordon Ramsay, but apparently they didn't want that there. Sensitive, fucking sensitive. But anyway, this is today we're gonna be working on. Now, if I did event, if I did the whole story, that's fine. If they don't have her English working, I'm just gonna go to Japanese, cause I'm not gonna just waste my time just trying to work on. But first, let me do something real quick. Let's go. There you go. There you go. Alright. Let's just do the story anyway. Let's go. And the good thing is you don't need to do a key. Because once you do it, you just got it in, so. It's gonna be right here. Let's go take a look. Oh, right. Let me switch the characters.
Huh? Is that Davia over there? Oh, it's been a while. Let's go say hi.
Of course. I'm gonna bring in the main team. Now let's join them. Navia.
Hey, Navia!
Come in! Welcome to the stream.
Shh.
Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! Right now, you're a disgrace to my kitchen and to the— I'm sorry, did you hear—
No, I'll do better, I promise.
Why is she so aggressive?
Wait! Huh? Who do you think you are telling me— wait a sec. Navia? So, you're bringing—
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Boer doesn't take orders from the Spina di Rosula.
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business. We're going to stand up for him, whether you like it or not.
Correction, huh?
Overworked? I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
But Philmont can do the job, he just...
Oh, for mom.
Back inside, now!
Huh?
Just do as you're told, and not another word out of you! Come on, we have work to do!
Wow, what a...
Sorry. looks like I've dragged you into some drama again.
So who
Her
is
name
that?
is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Boer. Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work regime and putting a huge amount of pressure on her staff. One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden for days, and he can barely even talk properly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's
Talking
all
about
my
chef.
fault. I don't deserve to be a chef.
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. We're not exactly making a ton of progress, as you saw. Savannah is adamant that Vermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. She's refusing to have any kind of meaningful dialogue with us. Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions. But with Savannah watching them like a hawk, no one has been willing to open up. And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out, watching, and waiting for an opportunity.
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense now.
Oh, no, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step in. I'm sure I would have piped up if you hadn't. And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage. Yeah, meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now. Oh, I might as well head back to the Fleuve Cendre then. We'll need to come up with a whole new game plan.
Paimon will join you. Cause this is kinda all Paimon's fault.
Guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. That said, if you were planning to visit the Fleuve Cendre anyway, let me take you out for a meal. A really famous chef just joined the Spina di Rosula's tavern.
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to apologize for the scene you witnessed just now. This is a small token from us. It's some candy from Monica. She asked me to make sure it was delivered into your hands.
Monica's the one apologizing? Huh. Clearly Savannah is the...
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately. Sorry for everything.
Alright. Sense there's camp?
Thank you for understanding. We'll make sure to pass your feedback on to Miss Savannah.
A little highly strung, huh?
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even become head chef?
Well, according to Vermont's family, she hasn't always been like this. But that's a story for another time. Let's try this candy.
Oh, Paimon totally gets it. Come on! Huh? Hold on, there's something written on the wrapper. Find... Escoffier?
Escoffier. All right.
Escoffier? Could this mean...
Huh? You know that name, Navia?
Yeah. Let's stick to the plan and go back to the Fleuve Cendre for now. That's where we'll find Escoffier anyway.
So this rap sent a letter to send us to find Escoffier, which is the version of Gordon Ramsay. So listen, they need to understand that, regardless who. Oh.
So, who is this Escoffier?
Well, For starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Boer. Before Savannah, she recreated the legendary Gâteau de Boer and restored the restaurant back to its former glory. Safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Boer's history. After the culinary genius Modeste himself.
Gâteau de Boer? That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right? Wow. Why the heck would she let Savannah—
Well, apparently, the Hotel de Boer was reported for a safety incident. Someone claims that the kitchen was adding an illegal substance to their menu, but none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end, Escoffier decided that as head chef, she should take responsibility, and she was sent to the Fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress of Meripede?
Oh, don't be so dramatic. It was
Well, you're right. The quantity of the substance they found was fairly minimal. Even the guards believed the whole thing was probably just an accident. Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned, the role of head chef had already passed.
So that's what happened. Paimon still thinks it's really unfair.
Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still well respected by the staff. So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to try and negotiate with Savannah on the staff's behalf.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica wants Escoffier. It's simple. If the new—
What about that?
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. What do you say, Hilaire?
I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry, Mushroom.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil. Got it?
Yes, Chef.
Then go back and do it again. The customers are still—
Yes, Chef!
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy. I'm afraid you have to join the line.
Oh, no, we're not here to eat.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up while we wait.
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always this busy here?
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head chef. Well, in her words, the Hotel de Boer doesn't need her anymore. It doesn't look like she's got any plans to go back.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to waste.
Oh, thank you, Chef.
For what? Like I said, I just don't want them going to waste. Oh, and tell Fiamma to get well soon, so you're not running yourself ragged every single
Fiamma. That's the second time we've heard that name. Who is that again?
He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilaire is his son. And with Mom stuck at home taking care of Dad, he decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Hey, I heard that, Navia! I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
Yeah. Failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single time.
So you two must be the world-famous traveler and his companion, Paimon. Yes? Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk about Savannah.
Oh, I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern. And I've lost count of the number of times Navi has come to pester me about it. But I don't work for the Hotel de Boer anymore. And being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with that business. Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place.
So one idiot to another. Save. Oh my god. I'm feeling like I'm not liking this story at all. But let's keep going.
What?
Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid even. She wasn't at all confident that she was the right fit for the role.
That's hard to believe. Are we definitely
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either.
Fair enough.
Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing her job wrong without coming across like a huge hypocrite. Fiamar and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from me.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier. Look at this note we got.
I'm not liking it.
She mentioned me.
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you. As for the others, well, how can you know what they think unless you ask them?
Monica.
Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell. We're only in the initial phase of our investigation. All we're trying to do is get the other chefs to open up to us.
Oh, Monica. Oh, I can't believe her! Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied spare? Unbelievable! I won't stand for this. She has to learn. Come on, we're going.
Wait, so now she's,
Well, whatever the reason she came up with. At least she has...
Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep her waiting.
I'm sorry. I won't hold back on this. Okay. I'm starting not liking this episode. Or correction, I'm starting not liking this story. I mean, granted, this is I want to continue on, but this being the headshot, yeah, this is definitely Gorm Ramsay in hell. So, no offense. This is actually telling that completely. Yeah, I'm not buying it. I mean, I can handle that's. Sorry I'm gonna be dead serious. This for people who really likes that shit to get to your skin. Yeah, I wish you guys best of luck, cause people like here, man, it'll end up picking a fight. That's how I feel. Oh, Lee. Yeah, I'm starting not liking how this first star heads up. But I'm gonna keep letting it have it. It's calling now. Yay. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm first this first scenes, and I'm really not liking it. To put it this way, look, I don't know how y'all fuckers like this shit. I mean, if you like to get scolded on, wish y'all fucking luck. Cause people like us, there's some people will end up punching people in the face, get punched in the face. That's straight up word. I'm not gonna fuck around. This is that one. That's one of those things that I'm gonna punch you dead in your face. Don't get on my face like that. But if y'all fuckers want it that way, that's the only thing I can say. That is nothing. But there's nothing blame to yourself for that. For wanting this. Ay, for fuck's sake. You know what, man? I don't care. Let's do the old fashioned. I'm done with the old fashioned now. How's those two doing? How's the other people over there doing? I keep fucking swinging the sword! Havoc! Miss Havoc, right?
Wait.
Okay.
She looks like... Is that a...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, I just put this over here just in case anyone... Oh god, this is hell.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I messed...
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe the taste is a little...
But...
What the heck?
Oh boy.
Get up, Monica. Can't you see that you're just making your...
Escoffier?
If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do. Make the dish again. And this time, get it right. You cannot go...
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back in the kitchen until I've corrected my mistake.
That's some backwards logic. How can you fix your mistake without being allowed to cook? If this is what Fermat had to put up with, then no wonder he had a breakdown.
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually quite enjoying my meal until she appeared out of nowhere and started apologizing.
Oh,
Gosh,
Okay.
that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way? I don't recall things being like this when Escoffier was head chef here. I gotta say, you're all looking a little worse for wear these days.
I mean, Escoffier was strict too, but I think the difference is that her criticism was more constructive, so you knew what you did wrong and how to improve, and we all knew that it came from a good place. Chef Escoffier was hard on us because she truly wanted us to reach her level. But these days, whenever we make a mistake, we just get told to wake up, get your head in the game, or just do it again. And it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef Escoffier had started working again in the Fleuve Cendre.
Monica, you don't need to call me chef. I'm not the boss here anymore.
Yeah, but through no fault of your own, what happened back then, that wasn't on you, and all
Hey,
of
Victor.
us know that. That banquet was a huge event, and so many staff were involved every
Huh?
step of the way.
What about
With
it?
so many moving parts, there's no way of knowing how that Lumiline ended up in
Hey,
the
yes,
food we
but not
served.
that much. I'm still trying to understand the language, but I can understand it. But what about it? What happened? Oh, no wonder. Can you resend? I think you... Let me resend. Let me see you got it again. Give me a minute. Cause I'm not getting them, like, Discord's not giving the notification about someone sent me a friend request, so that's the biggest issue. Maybe that, or I'm not really paying attention. So hold on. Oh yeah, I got it. There you go. Right. But, yeah, how's everything, by the way, before? I know. That's. I was noticing. Like, what was that? What's going on? I'm like the moment I noticed that the text was strange, I knew something was up. So, oh, don't put hard on. Don't blame yourself that too much. But I think the only thing is you got right now is at least you have this. Have you found a way to get the your order count back? Oh, so they okay. So apparently they're not they either they think everything is fine or they still have it and they still like they're not gonna give it to you back, which is I think that's full of crap. Oh, that explains why. All right, at least this account will help you, man. I hope this will help you. Let's just hope. Again, let's just hope this it doesn't do it again. Just be aware. Just be aware from any situations. All right. I know. I know what that means. Son of a bitch. That's what they say. Go ahead. Jesus. Don't let them fuck. Don't let them fucking bother you. One, of course. But sadly, his contract. He's now a free agent. That's sad. All right. Mhm. The neutral.
Luminally? What's that?
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute, produced from an extract of the Lumitwal. Apparently, it sharpens the senses, so they used it to treat people with impaired responses to stimuli.
Okay. Let me go ahead. No, I decided just to put the Discord server here, and I'm like anyone who just go back and forth while I'm actually live streaming. So I'm just doing this here. Because right now I'm just streaming Genshin Impact real quick. It's just to do this real quick, and then Hmm. So no. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't barely watch it sometimes. I heard about it, but don't get too focused on it. What's oh that yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds. Makes things pretty addictive.
They also found that overuse can have mood-altering effects, and even lead to nerve damage. So it quickly ended up on the guard's list of controlled substances.
Hmm. Okay, just to clarify something. Just clarify something real quick. Hey man, don't let the God. I was gonna say anyway. Don't let that don't let that shit happen again. Don't let that don't let that get into your head. All right. Jesus Christ, I'm a different. That's a different part of me, from a different area. But I'm gonna let that slide. I'm gonna let that slide. I'm gonna leave that be for now. It's constant. Yep. Yep.
Unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive had already made it to the market by the time
Well,
the guards
SmackDown's gonna
banned it
start
from the
Friday, so
restaurant
yeah.
industry.
Everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone probably just purchased a batch of contaminated ingredients by mistake. But you took all the blame. We all know why. You just didn't want to see this turn into a place where tensions are constantly running high. Because everyone's suspicious of each other all the time. And now look at you. A fry chef in the Fleuve Cendre.
What are you trying to say? Sure, the Spina's Tavern is no Hotel de Boer, but come on. It's not that bad, is it?
Oh shoot! Speaking of someone's already made it freaking. Alright, I don't want to go there because I already know the first thing I'm gonna hear is the Die Kaiser, and I'm gonna hear that ever since. Alright, fuck. I would love to stay in Discord, but when someone makes a party chat for the PS4, I had to go see what's going on with them. But Vic, let me tell you this favor, man. Like I'm gonna say this once, I'm gonna say it again. Don't put your head down. Stay positive on yourself. Believe in yourself. You know that, all right? And like you said, Kama's gonna come back to his sorry ass. Kama's gonna come back to his sorry ass. If it does happen, just be prepared. Oh yeah, just to let you know, I am coming back. I came back watching wrestling, so I haven't tell anyone this, but I'll tell you this. I know I tell one of them, but I haven't tell you this. So I started watching wrestling during the Attitude Era. That's how I started watching wrestling. Meaning there was really showing blood from head to toe, cursing, and showing a lot of shit. Those are my eras that the WWE Attitude Era was one of the best era. I know thing has changed, but this what I heard right now. This is slowly coming back. Good. Oh, the night one match. Mm-hmm. Nah, the route they were going, they were trying to get Rollins to Seth Rollins to be heel. I the way you tell me, I already witnessed it from head to toe. Paul Heyman always has been with him forever since, because he still believes that he's a great talent. He is a very good wrestler. He hadn't. Punk said himself, he hadn't took no drugs or alcohol. He's been that. He like the only thing he was addicted is wrestling. That was his life. That was his gimmick. From a man from Chicago, Illinois, to work his ass off from Major League Wrestling, ECW before ECW had worked with WWE, and he went to like Ring of Honor, freaking indie wrestling, to get to draw that top. Well, that's before when he went to WWE. He was in WWE because of Vince. Vince still can't stand him. Did MMA, then he went back to AEW. Still talk shit about Vince. That was the main target. And then now when he left AEW, Vince already gone. So now he's back where he's at. All four of them felt like, it's not his fault. Because there's only one person that really, yeah, you said it. Well, I'm gonna have to head out anyway, so take it easy. Let me go chill with this guy for him. No problem. Alright, man. Thank you for giving me the notification about it, alright? Alright, let's get this guy in. Fucking hell.
Retarded fuckers.
Okay, battle operation.
And I see you streaming, you stupid bitch.
Fuck off, asshole. Anyway.
Yeah, fucking hell, I have retarded dumbasses.
I'm gonna tell you this. First episode, really, the beginning, really didn't like it. I was this close to saying I might not want to do this, but I'm gonna continue on because there is a different personality, huh?
Oh, the Fluv Sandra, you say? Great. That's where I'm downing from now.
Monica, I'm very happy with my current job. And there's no changing the past. We just have to let bygones be bygones. Besides, at the end of the day, I was the head chef, regardless of whose mistake it was. Ultimately, the responsibility lay with me.
If only Savannah was half the boss you were.
I'm sorry? Do you have a problem with my conduct as head chef? So, you do remember who's boss? Escoffier? I thought you'd left this place for good. What are you doing back here?
What happened to you, Savannah? Why are you acting like this? When I turned this place...
You made me the head chef and gave up your right to tell me how to do my job.
Oh my god, why do I have the retarded fuckers on my team, bro? They can't even handle themselves. The enemy team's not even that good and they're just getting fucking wrecked. My teammates are getting fucking wrecked.
Oh, Savannah! My god, have you grown a temper since I last saw you? Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills, or are you still using the Pluie Lotus as an off-brand markup, thinking no one can tell the difference?
That's none of your business!
What happened?
Ho ho! I was not expecting to see something this spicy as soon as Escoffier returned.
Huh? Fan Asian?
Aye, miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have ourselves a tête-à-tête between chefs at the Hôtel de Bord, I dare say it would be de rigueur to settle this the traditional way.
The traditional way? That can only mean one thing.
That's right. I'm talking, of course, about the tradition established by Modeste himself. The cooking contest!
According to legend, the founders of Hôtel de Bord, Modeste and Savelli, used this method to resolve all of their disputes. Everything from petty arguments over next week's menu to disagreements over the strategic direction of the restaurant. The cooking contest would decide who had the final say.
Huh. It sounds like they had a...
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous role in motivating chefs to hone their skills, reaching new heights of excellence in the culinary arts. And indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years has surely been instrumental in transforming the Hôtel de Bord into the top-ranking restaurant in Fontaine.
Reintroduction?
What say you, Escoffier? Surely you of all people won't back down from this challenge. It was you who put the rule in place, after all.
Sure, I reinstated it, but I'm not a chef at Hotel de Boer anymore. Isn't this bending the rules a little?
I see no issue as long as both sides agree to the terms. We could simply treat it as an exhibition of sorts. Savannah, any objections?
Exhibition. Huh. No. If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line. If I lose, it's up to you what happens to me.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
But if you lose, you hand over the Codex de Boer to me.
What? The Codex de Boer?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head
I just
chef
have the
Modeste
fucking retards on my fucking team that can't do shit.
secret recipes, including Gâteau de Boer. It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world.
And literally, any of them could
And
spawn
only
in
the
right there to help me
former
out.
head
Nope,
chefs
nobody
of the
wanted
Hotel de
to.
Boer have the right to read
Jesus.
it.
Ay, 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 you fucking retards.
Wait, but that already includes Savannah.
It's gonna show I'm doing all the fucking
do you
work on
want
my
that
team.
old thing
Jesus
for?
fucking Christ, as
You have your
always.
own copy, don't you?
Don't take me for a fool. You know perfectly well what I mean. I want your copy. The original version. The one you took with you when you left us.
I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know, there's no difference between the original and the copy, right? They contain the exact same recipes.
Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose to me.
Savannah, you may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift to thank Escoffier for her years of service. Asking for it back feels a little,
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue, as long as both sides agree to the term. And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de Boer, per the recipe in the Codex. Well, Escoffier, you...
You sound surprisingly confident. All right then, let's see how much you've actually grown. I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to find out that all you've learned after this long is how to chew people's heads off.
Believe me, I'll show you.
Escoffier, are you sure this is a good idea? You accepted her terms a little hastily.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's head back to the Fleuve Cendres so I can get prepping.
What kind of fucking game mode is that?
What the fuck?
It just popped up on the like official news shit on my thing of a new game mode on fucking Destiny 2. A new PvP game mode called highly explosive. No, or I don't think it's called that. I think it is. Yeah, maybe it is. Either the enemy, either you pilot, either the
tank.
That's a fighter. Let's slit and crit. My tank. Or the fallen big rig.
Oh, you know they're desperate.
So you could pilot either the tank or the fallen brig. So literally that's the match. A tank versus fallen brig. On these new big ass crucible maps or some shit like that. Oh lord. Heavy metal, that's what it's called. Heavy metal. What the fuck kind of game mode is that?
Oh boy. I'm starting slowly not liking this storyline. But despite the
what thing are you doing? The
female version of Gorman, yeah.
The chef's story right now?
Yeah. I'm not feeling it. I'm really not feeling it.
There are. I was already seeing clips of the new event story. Oh lord.
I'm telling you this right now. I'm not feeling it. It's
once
really
you hear the new event
anticlimactic.
story, I feel like it's gonna be better and funnier.
True.
But we chefs
Yeah, because a couple of people are back,
so
especially
talk,
some Natland
this
people
might
are
be
coming
the
to
best way
Fontaine.
to find out what's really going on with her.
Speaking of that, does anything in
No way, bro.
anything in English still muted? Because I know for a fact that I know for a fact Monster's voice characters are muted.
Yeah, but no. Okay, so
between Fontaine and Alan.
Nobody's muted, I believe, from that. So you can go English on that one.
Okay, because Monster, that was a low
especially
blow.
the story. Are you doing the story right now, the chef, in English or Japanese?
In English, yeah, I'm doing it. Escoffier, I'm doing Escoffier in English because they have not muted that. Hey,
and the story one.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, the story one, you're also good. For the event, you're good.
Holding back? Sure didn't sound that way to Paimon.
Well, Paimon, this is a different people for different situations.
Escoffier only picked up on
No, but yeah,
she's
the new
same
story
way.
event, or the event
Always
story,
closed off.
like I do know,
Never letting you know what she really
yeah,
thinks.
everything should be good in English. So yeah,
Okay.
you're clear. Especially, of course.
Patently false. At least
Alright,
for your
bro.
macarons are
Are you
concerned.
hear yourself,
I think
bro?
nothing but truthful with you about the disgraceful amount of sugar you use.
Okay.
Yeah. Why is that
where you can
cuckoo
keep
bird
your
here?
thoughts to
It's
yourself.
fucking Tweety Bud.
Oh, that? Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a diary of Modeste's adventures.
I'll say this for a little spoiler. You know who gets well, they're not annoyed,
Yeah.
but like they're trying to
And
figure
it's
out
like, yeah.
what the hell is this bird
Looking for new
saying?
ingredients and developing new recipes.
To me, no.
Their creations had an enormous influence on the course of Fontaine cuisine, turning it into a much more vibrant and diverse scene. For instance, legend has it that the original Gâteau de Bois was made using a special secret ingredient that Modeste discovered on one of his adventures. So rare was the ingredient
by the way,
that they
ATM.
could never make more
What's
than
up?
16 slices
You
of
already
the
got
cake
rid of
per
Star
day.
Rail, right?
But
Yeah,
everyone who
I'm not coming
tried
back on that.
claimed that it was one of the most
Okay.
blissful and
No, I was just making sure because they
invigorating
already
things
showed
they'd
the
ever tasted.
what is it? I believe we're in the 3.6.
Yeah, it should be in that location.
Modeste and Savelli went on to
I'm
found
trying to
the
look,
original
I'm trying to remember.
Hotel de Bois, which
Okay, no,
catapulted them
3.3.
to
The
stardom
3.3
in
special
Fontaine's
program was
culinary world.
shown today.
Especially Modeste. He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation
So of course I already got
genius. And
the
over time,
codes and everything
the
in.
recipes from his adventure log became known as
I'm
the
saving the
Codex de
fuck
Bois.
up for Saber.
Paimon's heard this kind of story
I'm almost close to 30 pools.
With the codex.
By the time when this next next patch is out and then it's over and then it comes in the fucking fake collab after this.
How
I'm
can
ready to
any
go to
restaurant
summon.
survive if they only serve food
Hopefully
that
if I
was
win my
popular last
50-50.
century? Anyway, never mind centuries. Savelli and Modest
Alright.
parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame. Then, Modest passed away while he was still in his prime. And that was it. The end of the Hotel de Boer's heyday. It fell into decline, and for most of its history, it was just a nondescript place with a couple of cheap tables. It's only in recent decades that it started recovering. Even then, it still took numerous relocations and changes of management before we finally ended up with Vanigem and the restaurant we have today.
Oh! So the Codex really isn't all that, then. Paimon figured it was like one of those mystical books they have in Liue's martial arts novels, where the main character learns all the—
Yes, well, that's fiction, and this is reality. You can't meet the tastes of modern diners by following some ancient recipes from a dusty old book.
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Boer they sell now is actually Escoffier's reimagination.
Wait, really? Why though? Didn't that recipe make it into the Codex?
It did, but like I said, it's the dusty old book now, and the records aren't as legible as they once were. Not to mention that there's no way of finding the secret ingredient Modest wrote about. So, reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the Codex. But ultimately, the Gâteau de Boer of today is my own recipe. As for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day, well, you've got Vanigem's business sense to thank for that.
Oh. Huh. Well, that kind of takes all the mystique out of it.
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de Boer, but it's still the most delicious cake in Fontaine today. And who knows? Maybe Escoffier's version is more suited to your palate. Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right? Not to mention that the Hotel de Boer never would have fallen into a slump.
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the Codex, including my own improved versions, and turned them over to Savannah.
So why is she so interested in the original copy?
Ain't no fucking way.
Jesus.
Okay, well, Destiny 2 is even more crazy now, ATM. There's a sparrow where you can you can fire your weapons on a sparrow.
Oh,
The
for
sparrow
fuck's
has guns.
sake. They really
Yeah,
want everyone to come back.
The sparrow
And it's not the
has guns,
Desvol.
and it's, I know, and the sparrow has guns, and you can also fucking change its ability depending on the fucking super you use. So like if you use strand, it suspends.
They desperately need it. They really want their community back.
It's fucking. I'm watching the video by Patch Nuts.
That's McCross. That's McCross. That's gross.
Yeah, he's literally looking at the fucking this fucking new sparrow that has guns. It's only for a limited time. The sparrow.
So you know that people are gonna be pissed if this is gonna be limited.
If you don't get it, you have to wait for a long ass time before it comes back or some shit.
Yeah, don't worry. Until the community gonna be on his ass,
Could it be a symbolic thing? Like whoever holds the—
Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to Escoffier as a parting gift. Meanwhile, Savannah.
Okay, if you use stasis with the sparrow, you fucking freeze fuckers. Oh my god.
Maybe from her point of view, it's like management doesn't truly see her as being worthy of the role.
Okay, hold on.
You think so?
Okay, yeah, I'm
The
definitely
only
taking
thing
more
is,
damage
it was
here.
her suggestion to give me the original in the first place.
Right.
Well, a
This
joint
is so
decision by
fucking
her and
ridiculous.
Vanisham. But still.
What? Huh. Guess she's had a major change of heart since she became head
Alright,
chef.
here we go. Let's hope I got a better team.
Who knows?
For this one?
We could speculate forever. Better to just let our Gato do the talking. It means vesting her in this bake-off. And then
Make it go
getting
fast,
her
make
to
it go fast. Go,
explain
go, go, go,
herself,
go.
even if I have to beat it out of her with a spatula. However much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her chef's pride. And if she respects the art, she'll respect the outcome of our contest.
Well,
Oh lord,
I'm confident
here
that
they
you
go.
and your spatula can get justice for Froment. All you need to do now is win the contest. But That should be a breeze for you.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Gâteau de bourre is very complicated to make. Usually, it takes 3 chefs working in tandem to cover everything. Now, if I had to push it,
Oh my god, they got double support types.
3 chefs myself. But I'd prefer to play it safe if I can find a couple of assistants in time.
Well, that's easy. The 3 of us are...
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook, as well as a warrior. But be warned, I will hold you to exceptionally high standards.
Oh, count me in too. I've spent weeks perfecting my map, even if it means competing against the Traveler. So be it. I'll show you what I'm made of.
Confident. I like it. Alright, let's start with some elementary meat.
Okay, I'm not really not liking this fucking scene. God.
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Oh, Navia. The difference in your case is that mise en place. Looks like you found that easier than I expected.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or something.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward. I'll be a kind of special food processor I got the Fontaine Research Institute to make for me. It uses cold temperature extraction to isolate the essence of cooking ingredients, which can then be used to flavor dishes more precisely. But this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that probably...
Damn, they're already at 8,000 points. How the hell are they that fucking going up there that fast?
I'm not liking this. Oh my days, bro.
Equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh? That's some pretty high-tech food prep. Paimon's never used anything this weird before. Cool. Not weird.
This is some crappy bullshit how they already got there to that many points that fast.
And done. These are the flavor compounds extracted from our ingredients.
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated. What next?
Absolutely not. Throwing everything in at once. I'll demonstrate again. Now, watch closely.
Oh, this is gonna be annoying. I'm not a...
Slowly and carefully.
Shut up. So the goal is to put this in the middle. Nope.
Fucking hell.
Let's read it again.
That didn't count.
That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Alright. There you go.
And voila! Now it's your turn.
Don't put us in the...
Not terrible. Considering this was everyone's first time blending flavor extracts, it could have been worse.
Oh my god, dude. Our raid can't even take care of the fucking support types. This is what I mean, that I have retards on my fucking team. They're about like fucking half of the points ahead of us.
I guess I just treat it like a eventual puzzle, yeah.
Oh, well, they do say adventurers are multi-talented folks. Now I've seen it firsthand. Alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook something from the Hotel de Bour's current menu. I'll judge your submissions. and give you a fuck. That's right. The true test of your.
Oh god. This is not helping my brain cells. I'm gonna be dead serious. It's not helping my brain cells. Oh god. Give me a minute. This is what I mean about I have the fucking idiots. And nobody wants to play matches I get, nobody wants to play either support or raid every fucking time. Ay, I'm just having these fucking retards. Jay, welcome back, Jay. I'm already doing Escoffier, aka the female version of Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
I'm already not liking it.
Yeah.
I like beginning 4 episodes. I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling this episode whatsoever. I'm like slowly not liking it, but I'm gonna let this go. And then you gotta do chef or cooking. I was like, listen, look, I don't give a shit.
I don't do cooking.
Look, you wanna get on my face? I'm punching dead in your face. I'm sorry, I'm not that type of person. Like, I don't know why you motherfuckers who. Okay, I don't know, none of you motherfuckers like to be scolded like a fucking dog, but if that's how y'all want to become the best chef, by all means, go right ahead.
I couldn't do it, see, because I already know I can't cook, so I'm good.
I'm not a cook, but the one thing I like more about chefs is they don't have to go to Hell Kitchen. They can just be themselves, and that's the downside about it. And the thing is, I don't get this part. The people don't. You want to make perfection of cooking as art, like cooking is art. I can understand that, but man, there's better ways than not being a fucking asshole. But people like that way. But some people refuse. Like, look, I'm not here for this shit. I'm gonna do it my way over here.
It's like the fact. The one I don't get is that if some of them go on there and they know they're not good at the stuff, and then they still go there. And it just pisses him off even more, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Have you picked a dish
Surprised
yet?
man hasn't freaking blown a blood vessel
I
yet.
expect you to present
I'm really surprised he ain't blown a blood vessel yet at all.
That motherfucker never got a blood vessel.
That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised he's never blown one, because it's like, jeez, all this stuff he freaking deals with. It's like, oh my god. Like, holy frick.
I really don't care. I just want to get it over with. I don't care.
Yeah, so me and my buddy
I'm really gonna skip
had
this
a
shit.
Run-in with crocodiles today.
Try again.
He had a run-in with crocodiles.
Okay, not bad.
That was fun.
Why are we actually fucking... It has to be Fontaine. Jesus fucking Christ. It's like, oh, you fuckers just want the idea.
Jeez,
I'm really not liking it. Like, I'm gonna hate doing this shit. It is bad. This is literally bad.
Army of skeletons. Yeah, that's an army of skeletons. Oh my god.
Like, why it has to be those three? Can we see? This is. I think this is a downside of. For fuck's sake, where's the category for? No.
Oh god, so we got. So who else in this video with them?
Oh, fuck on my face. Yeah, well.
Let's see, who else is? Oh no. Oh god, so Marcel and them. Oh god.
Golly, bro. Dude, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, these motherfuckers don't have any fucking ideas. Like, can we get a fuck? If we're gonna make a category, at least make a category with different reasons. You dumb fucking shit.
True. What new Ace of Evil hero? What the frick? Okay. Then.
Fruits of Entiendo, coño. This is.
The first Ascended had a live stream.
I know I like. Jesus Christ. Did I completed this? This is actually
I just
cute.
realized that freaking my brain completely sidetracked from what I was supposed to be doing.
Alright.
And I don't even remember what I was supposed to be doing now. Huh. Oh well. I mean, must be
Plus, I
something
need to
was
cook
doing.
anyway.
I forgot what I was doing now. Oh yeah, so my buddy Frostfang told me that I'm scared now about something. Because he was telling me about one of the things in, you know, Ark, the aberration map.
Right.
There's a xenomorph.
Is this Xenomorph collab?
I was like, no, it is not a collab. It's just a xenomorph, like a pure xenomorph. And they act exactly like the xenomorphs. With freaking how they do things, and I'm just like, oh god. So they will hunt you down while you're in there, and you need to watch out, because if you don't, you are gonna die.
Pretty good, right? Not to brag.
And I'm just like,
6 points.
What?
That's fair enough.
Well, fair enough. Paimon doesn't cook all that often, so as long as it's a pass.
That's 6 out of 100.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm gonna let... Yeah.
You say you're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from this dish that you have far more experience consuming food than creating it. By that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day.
Poor Paimon.
Oh, me next, me next. I'll have you know that this batch of macaroni...
So you went from 12 tablespoons...
Aww.
Yikes. She's our judge.
Now to the final dish.
So, what?
This is our last hope.
8 points.
Oh well.
Darn! That's barely higher than what we got.
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation. I have to give this one 8 points out of 10. Maybe even 9 points.
What? How did you pull that off?
It's all about practice from you.
Don't get me wrong. There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can really taste the grace of the snow-winged goose in this dish. The traveler's journey, with all its trials, tribulations, and setbacks. Not to mention the frustrations of having a picky eater for a partner.
Hey, you made that last part up! No way did you taste that!
Well, it looks like I lost fair and square. I guess you'll be taking the Traveler as one of your assistants.
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining. Maybe Paimon...
Chef Escoffier.
Oh, it's Hilaire. What brings you here?
I heard the news about the cooking contest. You're doing Gâteau de Bourg, right? I was just wondering if you needed any help.
And do you think you're up to the task, do you?
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Firma? Last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef Escoffier, Navia, Traveler, thank you all so much for everything you're doing for me and my family. I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help you win this cooking contest.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Don't
Right
you
back.
worry. I'll be fine. I'm feeling much better now. I'm
Charlie?
sorry. I know I've been rather useless these past few days, but not anymore.
You need a charger for it, or you got the other station? Yeah. I have to just stop down now. Coming.
The fact is, I'm a fine chef, despite recent events. I've proven myself in the Hotel de Boer kitchen, so if anyone's qualified to work under Chef Escoffier, it's me. I think. I mean, I hope so.
Firma, have you even set foot in a kitchen since leaving Hotel de Boer?
I have not. But I'm fully rested now. I know I can handle it. I'll prove it. Let me whip something up for you right now. Huh? That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
What do you call this, Firma?
I can't seem to grip my knife.
Do it again! 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 Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen yesterday.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then will I never be able...
Dad, talk to me. What happened?
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but Psychological trauma.
Monica, when did you get here?
Probably because you were all concentrating so hard on your cooking. I didn't want to interrupt your flow. But anyway, Firma, I'm so sorry. If only I'd known how serious your situation was, I would—
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every order, you were the only person who looked out for me.
Oh, come on. All I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help. Savannah was so ruthless toward you.
She sounds like the worst. All right, another Savannah horror story. Let's hear it.
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escoffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like no matter what we make, she'll find something wrong with it.
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it! In the trash now!
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get another earful from her.
Either straighten yourself out, or get out of my kitchen!
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives me flashbacks of her yelling.
Oh, man. That must be awful.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Firma? You weren't a quitter when you were working for me. And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still hadn't lost that determination to prove yourself. What changed?
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavier as the shift went on. Each time I had to redo a dish, my heart sank a little further. Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am—
Dad.
I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues at work here. Ones that won't be resolved by merely seeking compensation. I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah and talk this out.
But what if you can't find another assistant in time? Clearly, I'm in no state to help out.
You think being one person short will ruin my chances? Let's not forget, I taught you and her everything you know. Even if I had to go it alone, I would present the perfect gâteau.
Oh, well, Paimon and Navia will—
And so will I.
Yeah! And if worse comes to worse, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to put out an emergency call for chefs. There's gotta be someone out there, right?
Actually, I thought maybe I could help. That's sort of why I'm here.
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to, but then...
You do this for us? Thank you so much, Monica.
Alright, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah? Joining the other side seems like a guaranteed way to put your future employment in jeopardy.
I know, but it's alright. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep working for Savannah much longer anyway. Unless I want to become the next Firma. I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then I'm sure she'll forgive me for this.
Wow! Paimon didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's—
Great! Then it's settled. Spina sponsored? Wait, you mean I'm cook—
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the Fleuve Cendre. And I know how much you've been looking forward to it.
Yeah! Feast! Feast! Feast!
Alright, if you insist, then prepare for some of the finest food of your lives.
Well, Travel's voice is muted.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Wait, hold on. You need to finesse that further.
That was a dream come true. Paimon never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this good.
Navia.
I wish I could eat that all over again. It's not often that Escoffier goes all out like this. And it's all because of you, Traveler.
So, this is what Chef Escoffier is truly capable of.
Wow. I don't know if I'll ever be able to cook as good as that.
Where is she?
Why, Savannah? Why? Oh, nothing. I was just flicking through the original Codex de Boer. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before. That might explain why Savannah's so desperate to get her hands on it. But I can't find anything. It's just some hastily scribbled recipes in between diary entries from Modeste's adventuring phase. And most of it's not even legible anymore. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even includes my own private tips and notes from years of experience. Surely that's infinitely more useful than this old thing.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just hard for me to imagine that the Savannah I knew would go to all this effort just to make a point. We were. At least I always thought we were. She was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. She made a few mistakes here and there, but she was quick to correct them whenever they were pointed out. And she was always striving to improve as a chef. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff so much grief. Well, I mean to an extent, of course. I pushed hard for her to get the role. And the idea that she turned out like this because of me is difficult to come to terms with. I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was writing the Codex. Yes, with his good friend and co-founder of the Hotel de Boer, Savelli. The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Boer and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But his newfound fame slowly drove him and Savelli apart. Unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks every turn. Doors that would swing wide open for Modeste would shut in Savelli's face. And with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had less and less time to discuss the culinary arts with Savelli. People started gossiping about Savelli, and their relationship between the two gradually soured. Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life and still hailed as a genius, suddenly died from an acute illness. And that was it. They neither had a decisive split, nor got the chance to properly reconcile. their story just came to an end. One rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy, even as the latter was hoping to make amends. Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but there's no real basis for it. At least there are no records of Savelli ever being convicted of a crime.
Fair
Still,
enough.
beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do is try to make sure the present doesn't quite go as badly. And that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow. Then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut. You're right about that. Just follow my lead and victory will be ours.
I'm gonna be real. Minus this series, now that become a mystery. What caused them to separate? That's my main goal. Okay. Hey, Pokemon.
It's cooking contest day!
Paimon, shush. Let's just get it over with. Of course.
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest.
Wait, seriously? Escoffier in a cooking contest? Now that I've got to see.
I don't get it. Why would anyone in their right mind challenge her to a cooking contest?
I started to see why the route is going. Nah, I think I already know now. History's repeating itself. I guess this is history repeating itself from one past generation to another. One past to the present. So, I'm gonna explain. Just by how the story says, the one who had got the fame because, you know, they were working, he has the highest chef creativity, while the other who was like left out. Every time he tried to make a cook beyond that, he just got more. He didn't get the credibility that, you know, that the previous did. Out of pure desperation, that's when he just turned to illness, and died at a young age. I'm starting to see we're witnessing that repeat again. It's that one chef wants to pass the previous one, this comes to believe that she's becoming desperate to surpass the previous chef. But every time she tried to do it, or every time she tried to, or someone else tried to, no one out-topped her. No one can. She didn't get the 5-star out of 5 situation that, you know, that the previous chef has. Well, basically, it's her. So it comes down to this situation again. I'm starting to see where this is lead to. So yeah, be right back. And I haven't had this shit for a long time, bro. Fucking idiot, Pierce. You know better. Why are you doing? Okay, I'm back. Alright.
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the Hôtel de Bord and to this most exciting of cooking contests.
Savannah, I brought the original copy of the codex you asked for.
Monica? Huh.
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once the dishes are complete, they will be sent to the back of the kitchen where they'll each receive a label. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final verdict.
As one of the judges, I promise to be fair and impartial.
When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how they'd make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a pretty sweet deal.
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hôtel de Bord cooking contest commence!
You fucking joking. Well, we are involved. Ah, this is annoying. Straight ass. Seen this before.
Monica, even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right? Even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
Alphonse, Gaspar, get to work! Do not disappoint me.
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go.
That should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors.
This is annoying.
Come on, Escoffier! Come on, traveler!
I hate this already.
A little amuse-bouche. Alphonse! What are you playing at? Not how I...
The balance of flavors is about right, but the quantity is too low.
There you go.
So, what do you think?
Yeah.
2, 3.
Escoffier is already on the final step of the recipe. Let's check on Savannah's progress.
So fucking annoying. Fuck! That didn't go well.
Enough! Ugh, useless. Both of you, make like an egg and beat it. I'll do it myself.
Wow! Is Savannah serious? Can she really?
What are you doing, Escoffier? Your team's waiting on you.
Still missing something.
You can't match Escoffier's talent.
I present to you Gâteau de Bourg.
The pinnacle of excellence.
I was just exercising caution. I had to make sure everything was perfect.
At least you did it. Not fucking again. Jesus fucking Christ. Hey,
Time's up! Contestants, please take your dishes to the back.
Let's keep an eye on that.
Huh. That guy was right. You really can't tell whose is whose just by looking at them.
We both made the same dish after all. For all her flaws, Savannah's a talented chef who earned my recommendation for good reason. She wouldn't screw up something as elementary as the cake's appearance.
Whoa! This is really rather good.
Wonderfully soft and fluffy. Beautifully sweet. This is a masterclass in how to make Gâteau de Bourg.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10. Only because there's something about the flavor of the base. It's just a little different from the recipe I'm used to.
Huh? Really? I couldn't tell.
All right, on to Gâteau number 2. I haven't had a single bite and already this aroma is a delight to the
I have a feeling that this gâteau will be a gâteau for the ages.
How exciting! I think...
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too.
It appears the decision is unanimous.
And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save
She
her
spent
life.
half the time.
Something's not right here. Savannah may not be perfect, but no way is she this sloppy.
I can now declare that the creator of the first gâteau...
What? It's... Savannah?
No.
Something to...
Savannah, you cheated, didn't you? What did you do? Oh, you swapped the plates, didn't you?
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went... It was Van Gem's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're... Isn't it more likely that a
You take that back!
Judges, we demand... That's enough. What's done is done. As head chef, or rather as team lead, I take responsibility for the dish I served. Whatever went wrong and however it happened, I should have spotted it. Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me in a bake-off. What happened to your chef's pride?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you want the Codex de Boer that much, you can have it. Escoffier, no!
But you must promise me that you'll apologize to Firma and compensate him for everything you put him through.
It's a little late to be negotiating.
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? What I'm offering is to accept defeat without looking to expose what you've done. But only on the condition that you promise to stop putting so much pressure on your staff.
Fine. I'll treat this as your final handover of duties from one head chef to the next. So, will that be all, ex-head chef?
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend. But I don't know if you're even open to input from other people anymore.
I know what I'm doing.
All right, fine. I'm glad to hear it.
Escoffier!
The Codex de Boer! Finally.
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
Yeah!
It's alright. It was just a bake-off, not the end of the world. I'm already over it. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate Firma. That's mission accomplished for the Spina. Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the Codex would solve everything...
Prevent... What?
No. No! This doesn't make any sense!
Huh?
That's it? No secrets, no nothing? I don't believe it! This can't be happening.
Oh, Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
Damn idiot. Still the same thing, you dishit.
It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of pent-up stress and exhaustion.
Oh, I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us, the person she puts the most pressure on is herself.
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. But for her, it's every night. She'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes, and only realize how long she's been at it when we come to work the following morning.
But why? Why would she do that?
Our best guess is she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than Escoffier.
And there it is.
Even so, that's no excuse for taking her anger out on the rest of you.
Yeah, and it's definitely no excuse for cheating in the cooking contest.
Huh, about that, we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were focused on our own work the whole time, like she asked.
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes. I've already spoken to them both. They're at a loss to explain it too.
Not to worry. Come on, join me downstairs. I'll interrogate the guilty gâteau myself.
They went into a carry situation and expanded the city garden. Said, get them out, get them out.
What is... Alright. Less of the bullshit, now we can focus.
Well, how is it? Have you figured out what it was?
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet cement than this.
Is it really that bad?
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah never switched the plates. The offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base, which means someone tampered with it while it was being made. Or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst.
So that explains why.
Sorry. I was forced into it. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. And if I wanted retribution, I would have brought this up when the results were announced. Whatever's going on with you, just spill the beans. There's no need to hide it.
I was the one who caused the food safety incident that one time.
Food safety? Wait, you mean the Lumalin incident? So you procured the contaminated ingredients?
I think so. Savannah and I were on procurement that day. I didn't check everything as well as I should have, and so I let contaminated ingredients make it into the kitchen. But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea there was an issue with them, and I didn't know it would end up with Escoffier going to jail. But the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use it as leverage to blackmail me with...
This is crazy! So Savannah pressured you into sabotaging Escoffier's cake by threatening to expose your secret if you didn't?
I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. I was so scared. I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Seriously? All this fuss over a little slip-up? Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint at the fortress, and now I'm out. And secondly, I had my own reasons for leaving the Hotel de Boer. This wasn't the only factor, so you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like that. Any more than you need to add butter when you're pan-searing
You mean... you forgive me?
Oh, well, I'm not saying you don't have to take responsibility for your mistakes. You should tell Vanish M to mark down your performance for the past few months. Then do some digging and find out exactly where those contaminated ingredients came from. Sure, you've made mistakes, but now's the time to fix them. Understood?
Understood.
Good. Now, back to Savannah. What about the original codex would compel her to resort to blackmail?
I have my suspicions. Not that I've got any proof to back them up, though.
Ugh. What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier left. They think our menu doesn't taste like it used to, especially our signature items.
Now that you mention it, I noticed it during the contest too. I couldn't put my finger on it, but the flavor seems subtly different from how it used to be. But the difference was so small, I'm sure no one would notice it besides our most loyal customers and true dessert connoisseurs.
Still, as head chef, it's easy to see why Savannah would get so hung up on it. So many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over again, late into the night, determined to match Escoffier's version. But something's always slightly off every time.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Never really gave it much thought, though.
Thinking back on it now, it's clear that Savannah's been in a downward spiral ever since Escoffier left.
She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffier's shoes. That's gotta be the reason. But after countless setbacks, she's getting more and more unhinged. And at some point along the way, she switched from doubting herself to doubting Escoffier.
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
Yeah, it would explain why she was bent on getting the original at any cost. She must have thought Escoffier purposely omitted key details from her recipes when she copied them out. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine, the only one privy to all the secrets of the trade.
Oh, for goodness sake. What a stupid idea.
Of course. Then she finally got the codex, only to discover that the secret recipes she's been pining for don't exist at all. Seeing how utterly wrong she was must have been a real shock to the system. It probably brought up everything at once. It overwhelmed her, and she passed out.
There's still one thing that doesn't make sense, though. If Savannah had the real recipe all along, how come it tasted different? She might not be on the same level as Escoffier, but surely after like 50 attempts, she'd get it right one of those times.
You'd think so, but geniuses like Escoffier are in a league of their own.
New head chef, you say? What's her name? I don't think I've heard of her before.
I wonder, can the Hotel de Boer keep its edge without Escoffier at the helm?
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something? Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then you can do it. Even if you don't believe in yourself, at least believe in me. Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone, the restaurant is all yours.
So that's why.
All this time, I've been blaming other people, but maybe I'm the problem.
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now, but I don't think she's ready to speak to anyone yet. Let's give her the day to calm down. I'm sure you'll have the chance to talk everything out tomorrow.
In that case, I'll go and update for Ma and his family. I wonder what he'll make of all this.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
Whew, that was a long day. I think I've earned myself a sweet treat when I get back home.
Oh, nice! Macarons? Or are you gonna switch it up this time?
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose?
Not a whole lot.
Every year they migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. There's always one goose at the front whose job is to lead the flock. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas about leadership and genius. They usually imagine someone who's a cut above the rest, a model of perfection. But what those poets don't know is that during a migration, the lead goose is always changing. Once the lead goose shows signs of fatigue, it retreats to the back of the flock and allows another goose to take its place. So the truth is that leadership, with all the responsibilities and pressures that come with it, it's something that everyone takes turns at. But we humans completely miss that fact when we project our own ideas about social hierarchies onto them. I guess what I'm saying is, I don't buy into this notion that there's some sort of gulf between normal and genius. Cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredients, same recipe, and same environment, I see no reason why two different people shouldn't be able to create the exact same dish. Of course, some people have a more sensitive palate than others, and some people are just born bolder or more conscientious. But these are all variables that can be accounted for with time and practice. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believed that perfection can only come from the hands of a genius. The only reason I hold people to high standards is because, well, I believe they're capable of greatness. Okay, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna get to the bottom of why Savannah failed. And come tomorrow, I'll give her the scolding of her life, pointing out all the mistakes she's made along the way. Then she'll finally see the error of her ways.
Hey, there's a newsstand over there! Wanna grab a copy of the Steambird? We know our Fontanian friends love a little drama. There's no way they'd let their... isn't that Charlotte? And standing next to her, surely that can't be... Kaniche?
How about... Lost treasure resurfaces at last. Behold the beauty of the Remurian teacup.
Nope, Charlotte's muted.
Pretty shocking. But it still feels like it's missing something. Udex gravely wounded in shocking stabbing. Set to miss cross-border smuggling trial.
Huh? Did Paimon hear that right? Neuvillette was stabbed and gravely wounded? No, surely that can't be right. Can it?
Surely not. Yep, this is gonna end up being Japanese, so that's a big flaw. It's a team effort.
Hey there, you two. Fancy running into you here.
What a surprise and supplies.
Yeah, that, and also a less than pleasant shock. What the heck was all that about a story of meat restaurant and the eunuchs getting stabbed? Please say you weren't being serious. Trading tabloid headline?
Yeah. Charlotte and I were having a little contest to see who could find the most ridiculous fake news stories. Either I got lucky, or I have a knack for honing in on the most outrageous material.
Okay, there's a
If
little
I had to
system.
quantify it, I'd say about 1% of what they write is the truth.
Huh? Him? Lenient? Oh, you gotta be kidding! Ah!
Oh, so he's scared of a robot. Stay in there, asshole.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give credit to these so-called news stories for occasionally including a grain of truth. All I'm saying is, even the wildest leaps of the human imagination are always rooted in reality.
You mean all those fake headlines?
Sure they do. For instance, considering the amount of
Okay, I'm waiting for all this shit to hurry the
the
hell
goods
fuck
in
up.
question were simply, rest assured, no Saurians were harmed in the process.
Oh, okay. Paimon was so busy freaking out about those headlines.
It was a pretty open and shut case, and my testimony in court was clear enough. But I'm guessing, Mademoiselle Charlotte, that you're less interested in the case than you are in trying to uncover some news stories about Natlan. I appreciate your kind invitation, but like I said, storytelling isn't really my forte.
Kaniche the speechless! Kaniche the tongue-tied!
Shut him up.
Huh?
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to the Traveler instead?
Back to me again. Sounds like yeah, I'm not allowed to refuse. Huh? That's a scar? So that's when we had that scar.
Charlotte never stops, does she? Anyway, Paimon just has to
Okay,
ask,
never mind. That's the artwork.
that how thing that popped out before, or was it a how?
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was...
Huh? What's up with him? Like, he's still noisy, but he's way quieter than before. It's like he's trying to hide or something.
Could be.
Not acclimatizing? Aw, poor Almighty Dragon Lord is not feeling well.
Too bad he can't come out to argue back.
What do you...
There's nothing physically wrong with him. It actually has to do with a strange law we learned about after arriving in Fontaine. Apparently, it's forbidden to release flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month.
Oh, I get it now.
Paimon sure does. Paimon's been
Idiot.
down this road before. There's an easy solution. As long as Kaniche holds onto a house tail, he'll be considered an Almighty Dragon Lord balloon, not a flying Almighty Dragon Lord.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But Ahau wasn't too thrilled with the idea of huffing and puffing away in the form of a mini helium balloon. That said, it's pretty annoying how he keeps randomly popping up all of a sudden. Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the Palais Mermonia about an event that's set to take place outside the city soon. Something to do with filmmaking. I hear that's all the rage here. I was planning to stay here and do some exploring for a few extra days anyway, so I think I'll go check it out. It'll be a good chance. If you're free, why don't you come along?
Huh, what was it?
I know where it is, so let me lead.
Alright, I'm gonna do that solo, cause it's a big flaw on this one, cause this has one big flaw, and that was Charlotte. So if Missouri never was stabbed, boy, that would have been a fucking thing to talk about. That investigation would have been dumb hard to push through. Alright, thank you. This is high. There you go. Fuck it. 5:04. Still fucking 5 o'clock. No one cares. Ay, ay, ay. What a hassle. Bro, I feel like punching the wall again. What the fuck? Jesus Christ! Okay, let me finish this story so I can see what's going on. Holy shit.
Why are we here so early? Our meeting with Van Gem isn't for a
I
while.
want to check on
Check on her? Why? What happened? Oh no.
That's all right.
Escoffier, are you alright?
I'm fine. Just need to get some more coffee in me.
You really did pull an all-nighter then.
Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all? Alright. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, there's cooking facilities here. Or we could just grab a cup of coffee from Cafe Lutece. But either way, hurry!
Jesus fucking Christ! Fuck it. There's a fucking thing here. Where is it? Thank you.
Coffee.
This girl is... Jesus fucking Christ!
Art is the key ingredient in fine dining.
Huh? Did I just hear that right? Submit a dish... Where is that shit? Holy shit. Holy shit, it's still in there. I'm gonna need that sugar anyway. Okay. I don't like this optional. Go to the... Ah, good shortcut.
Hello, what can I get for you? Sure thing, we're here to go. Huh? Oh, I see. First...
Fucking idiot. I was expecting of that. Oh, you son of a... I realized I didn't got the. Give me these shits. I can spend 100 for them. Oh, I hate it. I fucking hate it now. Okay. Do we have those shits? Tu madre. Sorry, little guy. What will you do? Oh, for the love of fucking hell. Alright. I'm annoyed. Actually, I'm just laughing my ass off. At least that's a good fast travel quickly, immediately. I hope this girl don't fucking hit the floor. Because there's gonna be a fucking problem. Okay, good. No, she's good. Wake the f up. I swear to God.
Coffee.
Jesus Christ, girl. Just give it to her. Wake your ass up. Don't give a fucking deal.
I smell coffee.
This girl, lose it.
I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
Glad to hear it. But make sure to catch up on your sleep when you get the chance.
How goes the investigation?
I think I figured out where the problem lies. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I don't know whether to laugh.
Wait, what investigation?
I'll save it for when everyone else gets here. It's so stupidly small.
And yet, look at the kitchen.
Yes, except my failures were stepping stones to success.
Escoffier, have you seen Savannah?
Huh? No, not since yesterday. Why? What's wrong?
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned. Left Alphonse and the others to keep watch at her home, while I checked the Hotel de Bord. I'm worried something bad might have happened. If she's not here, then where could she be?
Boss, Escoffier.
Alphonse? You're supposed to be keeping watch at
We were, but then, just after you left, we found this stuff in her house.
Oh, looks like a map with a bunch of random places circled. What does it mean?
Wait a second. This feels familiar. I'm sure these places are all connected somehow. Of course, from the Codex. They're all places that Modeste explored on his adventures. Yeah, but I don't understand. The adventure logs in the Codex are too fragmented to be of any use. How come this map shows all the missing details?
the Codex de Bord? Then this place marked in red out at sea. Could that be the fabled birthplace of Gâteau de Bord?
Seriously? So now she set her sights on finding the original recipe and beating Escoffier that way? Geez, Savannah. Anything to overcome a Gâteau plateau, huh?
Ugh, idiot. Does she have a death wish? Those ruins are thousands of years old.
Hold on. There's more. Besides the map, we also found these letters.
It was you. You let the Lumaline through, didn't you? It sounds like a threat letter. Does this mean that Savannah was responsible for the safety incident? And not Monica after—
Retrieve the Codex by any means necessary. So the cooking contest and the cheating. Someone else was behind her pulling the strings?
She's keeping the true recipe to herself.
Ugh, this is all such a mess. Paimon needs a second to process this. First, we thought that Savannah forced Monica to cheat in the cooking contest. But now, it turns out that someone else forced Savannah to force Monica to cheat?
So did Savannah blackmail Monica? Or is the other way around? Meanwhile,
You're finally here. Of course. I should have put 2 and 2 together as soon as I read your threat letter. Even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand plan, wasn't it, Monica?
We should be getting close to the spot marked on the map.
Of all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake. The moment we find her, I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her.
Girl, keep that shit to yourself. Man. Common sense for like 2 seconds. Well, let's play her because she wants to go to the crazy seas, so let's give her a wish.
Whoa, this place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it? Suddenly, the idea of an adventure chef finding secret ingredients makes a whole lot more sense.
I think Modest's codex mentioned this place. A public bath from the time of Remoria. So yeah, definitely the kind of place that would have served food and drinks.
Huh? Some blubber beasts have come to join the party? How did they get here? Aw, they ran off!
That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking the entrance.
Well, did Modeste mention it in his adventure logs by any chance?
Good point. Yes, that's right. It's coming back to me now.
We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current, they broke into a joyous chorus, and the path opened to us.
We have to feed the blubber beasts? With what? There's nothing here besides... See, this is why you should always bring snacks. You never know when you're gonna need them.
There is no time for that. Romaritime flowers and Lumitoile will have to do. They may not look appetizing to us, but who knows? They could be blubber beast delicacies.
Wait, we're seriously gonna...
Yes, Paimon, idiot.
A little amuse-bouche.
There you go.
Blubber beasts or not, are we sure this stuff is edible?
Trust me, they'll love it.
Oh, good question. If we try to put them in the pool, we'll probably just scare them off again.
Yes, we can't afford to wait for them to double back. Oh, what was it that Modeste said again? Something about the food flowing away on the current.
Oh.
Wow, it's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
Okay. I already know. 1, 2, 3.
The tracks turned back again. Oh, so annoying.
Get used to it. Shit. There you go. Now then.
Hey, it's open!
I admit that's kind of cute.
Hey, give me your water.
Here.
I said your water, the one you just drank out of?
Sure.
All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and then you. Today, it's finally paying off. Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I also get to boss you around like my little lapdog. Hey, go scout ahead for me. If we need to do any more blast tunneling, I want to know where to lay the explosives. Did you not hear me? Get going.
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident. I swear, if I'd known what you were planning, I'd never have...
Ha! Don't be so self-righteous. Admit it, you've always been jealous of Escoffier. That's why you lapped up everything I told you. You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way her reputation hung over you. So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain, that she deliberately hid her first idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli and my ancestor.
Ooh, that explains why.
He offered Modest his friendship only to murder him out of vanity.
Oh, so now it's true. Savannah was responsible for killing his best friend.
He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found this place. You have no idea the countless hours I spent piecing it all together. So you see, you're no better than Savelli. If you can't beat him, betray him, right?
I am no Savelli, nor will I ever be.
Oh, put a lip. You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the cooking contest. Why start now?
You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness. But I am done being bullied into submission by you!
Ooh.
I somehow doubt that. Since I poisoned both our water bottles.
What?
Ever since I learned the truth. I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long, and now this is payback!
But you drank it too.
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica!
You. Oh, you're too much. I thought I'd play along for a bit. I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles, just cleans.
No.
Revenge is a You're a lousy chef, and you make a lousy villain too. A complete waste of space. No wonder you never amounted to anything.
Everything I ever did was a failure. And now, I failed again, for the last time.
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for me. But you had your chance, and now it's time to say goodbye.
Stop right there!
Let her go, Monica! We've got you surrounded!
Escoffier?
Ugh, looks like I'll have to keep you around for a little longer.
You can't!
Stay back if you want her alive! Escoffier and the Traveler. I can't take you both on in combat, but if you so much as flinch, I can end Savannah's life in a heartbeat.
Monica, what are you hoping to achieve by this? You're about to commit murder, and for what? A recipe?
A recipe? Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius, the je ne sais quoi factor in his Gâteau de Bourg. And it's right here in these ruins.
Are you serious? You're here because of a Gâteau de Bourg obsession? You've gone completely mad.
I couldn't care less about the cake itself. No, the real treasure is the secret ingredient that Modeste sourced from these ruins. He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remoria in the palms of their hands, and they thought, ooh, this would go great in our cake mix. We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's no cooking ingredient. It's a groundbreaking drug. That's right, I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed for their war machine. I could make a killing by selling it to the treasure hoarders or the Fatui.
Will you listen to yourself? You're completely delusional.
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure. You'll see what a fool you've been.
Wait, what's that sound?
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't collapse.
Uh-oh, Savannah's gone too!
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward. She's only taken her hostage because she knows that she's no match for you.
That's true. Even if she finds the treasure, she'll need Savannah alive if she wants to get out of here in one piece.
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route.
Of course. Desperate.
The water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere.
Oh, I haven't done these guys, little guy. Hey, buddy. No, we have it, so. Should've mind your business, buddy. Nicely done. Fucking hell, finally!
They were probably awakened by the explosion just now. Alright, Nice Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping. Up to the freezer! Yeah! Ja!
Okay, this is annoying.
The audacity!
That was annoying. Popcorn sound I can hear.
Another door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests.
Cute, thanks. Alright.
A little amuse-bouche!
Hmm. Okay, they're gonna give me a hassle, huh? Okay, 3 and 7.
A dash of frosting!
There we go. Frustrating, but that at least I got it. 6, 1. There you go. Hmm.
It seems to really like the texture of Rome maritime flowers. Off to the freezer.
What the? Okay. Out of here.
I never knew you could process Lumitol like that. Alright, I've got to jot this down. Lumitols and maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
Yep, that's literally the plan. Wait, hold on. Which door are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
That's strange. These don't look Romorian to me. More like last century Fontaine.
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh? Oh, Modeste and Savelli, do you think they camped here?
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe one of them came back alone at a later date. Huh, you really think so?
Trust our adventurers' instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just like you're a pro in the kitchen. Okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely a pro rummager from all those treasure chests. Darn it, Paimon was just about to show off her rummaging skills.
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm cooking as well, but I thought that was just me.
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
It's been years since I've last visited these ruins. It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, up above, on dry land, everything has changed. The treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. It turned Gateau de Bourg into a national sensation. Our limited stock of the substance meant that the Gateau could only be produced on a small scale.
We got that
This
dough.
only drove up the popularity all the
Yeah,
more.
finally, after
Modeste was
fucking
right about that
idiots
too.
all over the place.
He predicted
I
all
even
of
lost
it.
my S
He was
rank, dude.
praised
Like,
as a
Jesus
genius.
Christ.
While I, as the one person who'd ever disagreed with him, was labeled a talentless fool. Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone just how great the gulf was between us. Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. Why invite further disdain by inserting myself where I did not belong? I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally created a masterpiece of my own, I'd be able to face him without shame. Or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face, how about we go on one more adventure? for old time's sake. Unfortunately, that day will never come.
So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it, he came back after Modeste had already died.
I always thought it was just a legend. But if it's true, then this must be the place where they found their secret ingredient. The birthplace of Gateau de Boer.
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste? If it's all true, maybe Savelli really did have something to do with it.
The taste of Gateau de Boer has changed. Modeste was convinced of this, even though everyone swore they couldn't tell. Being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw in his work. He stopped all sales of the product, locked himself away in the kitchen, and worked day and night, vowing to find out where he had gone wrong. But as he baked and taste tested over and over again, he found he only strayed further and further from the original taste. It was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness that the truth finally dawned on him. What had changed was not the gâteau, but his sense of taste. The treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses, taste included, and invigorates the spirit. In the short term, it offers people the ultimate gourmet experience, but in the long term, it dulls their senses entirely. In hindsight, it made perfect sense. After all, why would a culture that sought liberation from the constraints of their bodies care for the loss of their senses? But we realized it too late. Over the course of his many culinary experiments, Modeste exhausted the remaining supply of the treasure of Remoria. He consumed it all himself. The finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. Finally, in despair, he took his own life. And because we had become estranged, I could not be there to stop him, to offer some words of comfort, or even to say goodbye. Yet despite everything, he sent me his final letter.
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was really onto something. It really was a kind of drug.
So, Modeste chose to end his own life. Then, why all the rumors that Savelli murdered him? Also, neither the Codex nor any other contemporary records make any mention of the treasure of Remoria. It's almost as if someone deliberately erased it from history.
Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail, and how much more devastating it is when it happens. Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? Or maybe he wished for me to warn the public about the dangers of Gateau de Boer, proving that I had been right all along. But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be swift and merciless. 1 minute a genius, the next a joke. It would surely spell the end for his restaurant too. What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the scorn shown to him by the history books. I cannot let that come to pass. I will do what I must to protect his name. It will mean tampering with his notes to remove the damning details, leaving mere fragments of our story behind. It may lead his family to suspect me of having a hand in his demise. But if that's the price of destroying all evidence of my crimes, then so be it. I would rather the world believe a tale of genius and jealousy than see his reputation in tatters. The final loose end is the evidence here, at the bottom of the sea.
So he was helping a friend to a friend. So we got us.
Huh? What's wrong? Didn't we say Savannah should be sick?
So we thought, but if Monica finds out what happened to the treasure, there's no telling what she might do.
So there it is. The real answer relies on that truth. A drug to another drug.
The treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last. Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Modeste. Some fragments of his diary escaped your clutches, and we have held on to them for generations.
Nah, just doing that right now.
But I have to thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the codex, and with it the last piece of the puzzle, I may never have found this place. But now, finally, the secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure of Remoria is mine! Oh, it's empty. It's empty?
Monica? Oh, we were seconds too late.
Escoffier? What's the deal with that jar?
Savelli's final act. He wanted to conceal the secret of the treasure forevermore and make sure it would never harm anyone again. So he came here after his friend's death and destroyed every last shred that remained.
This can't be happening. All the years I spent piecing together the truth. All my painstaking planning. All that for an empty jar.
Monica, don't do anything stupid. This ruin is more dangerous than you realize.
Oh, shut your pie hole!
Praise be to Lord Remus. You barbarian shall be slain.
Good riddance.
She's a nutcase! A liability to herself and everyone else! Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made. Take these golems out!
Not to fucking tell me twice.
Here goes! Clear the area!
Good riddance.
Why is this place still shaking? Either way, it's all her fault. Enough chit-chat. Let's get out of here, Traveler Escoffier, come on!
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, no you don't. If I can't get what I want, neither will any of you. I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
You're a psycho!
Savannah? When did you wake up?
I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
Traveler? Okay, let's go!
Rot in the end.
Escoffier! Savannah!
Traveler! And...
Venejem! What are you all doing here?
What did you expect us to do? Stay at the restaurant and sit on our
We had to do something. Even though that something ended up being, well, wait.
I don't deserve any of you. It was my fault Escoffier had to leave. Then I couldn't live up to her standards. I acted like a tyrant in the kitchen. And now I almost got myself killed. Come back, Escoffier. Come and be our head chef again. I'll never be able to replace you.
Okay, so everything I said to you the day I left, it just went in one ear and out the other?
Huh? Sorry, I was kinda in my own head at the time. All I could think about was the Lumiline situation.
Forget it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't leave this job because of you. And you're not nearly as awful a chef as you think. If you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot. But when it comes down to it, you're the one who's always doing whatever it takes to make sure the customers get served on time.
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left. And Savannah's the only reason we've been able to make it through.
Our customers know that Escoffier doesn't work for us anymore. But the fact is, they keep coming back. If that's not an endorsement of your work, I don't know what is. At the end of the day, we're all human, and we all make mistakes. All we can do is recognize where we get it wrong and do our best to improve.
No, I get what you're saying, but what I did to Firmin and to Escoffier, it's unforgivable.
Well, about that, there's someone else here to see you, Chef.
It's been a while, Chef Savannah.
Firmin? I'm so sorry. I put far too much pressure on you. And the way I stubbornly refused to go and see you after you fell ill. There's no excuse, but I'm too late, aren't I? The damage is done. I heard that you can't even hold a kitchen knife anymore.
Actually, I think I'm going to be just fine.
Huh?
We thought Firmin's problem was purely psychological in nature. But after the threat letter came to light, it got Firmin thinking. And then he remembered the tea that Monica used to give him every night. And as it turns out, she was lacing it with Lumiline the whole time.
No way! Doesn't that cause nerve damage?
It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory complications. But if you calculate the dosage carefully, you can control the extent of its effects. A small dose might simply make a person more emotional, whether that means more fragile or more hot-tempered.
No wonder it seemed like you'd lost your edge.
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risks are pretty small. They also fixed me up with some meds and said I should recover in no time. Well, that's what happens when you give someone a little bit of hope to cling on to.
There's more. We believe that Firmin was likely not Monica's only victim.
You mean she poisoned me too?
Oh, so that's why Savannah's been so irritable this whole time!
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumiline. That stuff can only amplify what's already there. So tasty food will seem like the most delicious thing in the world, while food you don't particularly care for will become utterly revolting. So you better make sure you reflect on your behavior and apologize to every single person you've wronged.
I will. I'm sorry. There's still one question that's really bugging me. Why is it that no matter what I do, my Gâteau de Bourg never tastes the same as yours? Is it just... I mean, is it because you're a genius and I'm not?
It's because the heating element in your oven is broken, you silly goose.
What?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away. There was a half-degree discrepancy between the temperature setting and the actual temperature. All the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem, which confused me at the time, but by this point, it's pretty obvious that Monica must have tampered with them. I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since the issue affected both our teams. But of course, Monica sabotaged mine so that could never happen.
No. I spent so long trying to find out where I was going wrong. It all comes back to one simple, undeniable truth. You're a genius. And I'm just plain old Savannah.
Oh, cut it out! Stop the woe is me act for a second and just think. I came up with this recipe. You don't think that might have something to do with it? Do you know how long I spent perfecting my gâteau de bois? 3 years! 3 whole years! I know this dish inside out, back to front and upside down. And you've been head chef now for what, 6 months? If that? A couple hundred failed attempts, and you're gonna throw in the kitchen towel? And declare you'll never be successful because you're not a genius. You clearly have no idea how many kitchen failures I've had under my belt. Or just how long it took me to finally get my recipe to a level I was satisfied with. Genius or not, everyone makes mistakes. Modeste did, Savelli did, everyone does. You're only a lousy chef if you don't face up to your mistakes. Learn from them and then keep chipping away until you crack the problem once and for all. Surely you haven't forgotten all that. You were no lousy chef back when I handed you the reins.
I haven't forgotten. And I'll make sure I never do.
That's alright.
Haha! Sounds like we won't need another chase.
What a perfect...
So you got your mojo back now?
Yeah. Thanks to you, Escoffier. In fact, no. Thanks to all of you.
Aw, friends again! So nice to see them finally settle their beef.
Good. So now that's out of the way. It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch right now.
But that was mostly Monica's fault, wasn't it?
Right. And also, does it have to be right now?
No excuses. This is a cooking so grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is...
Hey! So,
The second cooking contest commences now!
This time, no more games, and no holding back!
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
Once old friends should know each other's past. To one chef to another.
the results are in!
Quite rightly, too. Piece of cake.
Oh yeah, look at that! Savannah looks pretty chipper too, considering she lost.
Now, where were we? Yes. Do you have any more questions for me after everything that's happened? Uh-huh. I thought Navia would have filled you in. And actually, I said all this to Savannah before I left. Although, as we saw, I don't think any of it sank in. I had 2 reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course. But the other was that the Hotel de Boer had reached a point where it didn't need me anymore. So I decided to step down and look for new opportunities to improve myself.
Improve?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liyue, and in her, I saw so many new possibilities.
Save! Yes, in case you were wondering, that's just me saying there's only one particular
She
character.
has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth. Slime mucus, blizzard tails. With her, nothing's off the table. There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be explored, hiding away in ingredients we overlook. Case in point, remember those Romaritime flowers down in the ruins? I used them in the cooking contest just now. Did you taste the difference?
What? Paimon didn't notice at all.
Half of the art of cooking is dissecting the recipes of previous chefs and figuring out the exact constellation of elements that gave their work its signature taste. And the other half, it lies in freeing yourself from the confines of the kitchen. You've got to go out and explore the endless possibilities out there.
Uh-oh. Paimon's suddenly not sure she wants to try your cooking anymore.
Well, I'm always down. Just taste tester.
Don't worry, it's not going to be a free-for-all like in Modeste's time. Before I put anything into my food, I'll obviously do my research. Make sure it doesn't contain any harmful substances. In the meantime, take this. It's a recipe for Petit Gâteau de Boer, revised version. I tweaked it to suit your needs as busy adventurers. Hope you enjoy, and remember, feedback is always welcome.
All right! So, do you ever see yourself returning to Hotel de Boer?
Oh, of course. I've already promised Banishem that I'll come back every once in a while to make sure the quality of the food remains at an acceptable level.
You know, Paimon's still a little disappointed that we never got to see the treasure of Remoria. Surely Monica wouldn't have gotten drawn in so deeply if it wasn't for all the mysteries surrounding the original Gâteau de Boer. She practically dedicated her life to finding the lost pieces of Modeste's diary. Then went to all that trouble to infiltrate the Hotel de Boer. And in the end, it was all for nothing.
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modeste's writings and what we saw in those ruins, I think I may have figured out the truth. The so-called treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorians extracted from Lumitoiles, better known to us as Lumiline.
Huh? So then, why all the hype back in the early days of Gâteau de Boer?
Don't forget, it was a very different era. We could barely even refine sugar back then. So desserts were very much in their infancy.
Thank you, by the way.
In a world of bland food, it's no wonder that the first thing to really excite people's taste buds took the world by storm. And as for the Lumiline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times. But these days, it's just another drug from the Fontaine Research Institute. Even if Sibeli hadn't destroyed it all, I doubt it would be worth that much these days.
So after all that, there was nothing in those ruins but worthless junk. Feels strange to say it, but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica. She sacrificed it all only to get nothing in return.
She got exactly what she deserved.
Hey!
Huh? Navia?
You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, check it out. They ran a special issue. Did you see anything like this down there? Freshly unearthed from the ruins of Remoria. A magnificent jar thought to be over 1,000 years old. Experts say it has immense artistic and historical value. It could be worth an
Wait! Isn't that the jar they used to hold the treasure?
If only it was still in one piece. Some butterfingers must have dropped it or something. Ugh, it's such a shame.
Instant fucking comma. Oh well. You get what you deserved. Well, another saying, you reap what you sow. Not bad. All right. Better than how the beginning was. God, that was fucking annoying. That was a nuisance. I'm sorry for people who had to see me that from the beginning. But like I said, at the beginning of that scene, I just said I really don't like it now. But taking a while longer, it really did worth the time. Well, that was over. Much better. I'm sorry, I have to play this. Today's the day for me. Final thought time. I love this fucking music. I'm sorry, guys. I need some music to cool me down from this so cool. What the hell? But actually, the story got really true, and it started adding up very quickly. Oh man. So, in truth, it's just like they said. Humans, Jeff is just like us. We're humans. We're not perfect. But when it comes to cooking, you have to learn from your mistakes. If you want to taste success, learn your mistakes. Taste it, figure it out, and you will succeed. Practice makes perfect. I just say we're just humans. I think that old word, practice makes perfect, in this era has already died. But in any case, this was good. This story was good. Not the best, because the beginning, I was so close to losing my blood pressure. But after the whole story and how the history between the two chefs, they once known each other, yeah, it was getting to that point of that's what the situation was going through. And at the end of the day, that's for her ancestors. You reap what you sow, and that's what you get. In any case, I'm just ending here because I'm gonna let the story continue on. As for her, she's gonna continue. She's gonna do what Shang Li does. She's gonna journey out new places, see what ingredients she can put. This is just a food war scenario. I wouldn't be surprised you'll find her in the way in the near future, but till then, it was a good story. Nothing I can add up to. It was a very good story. In any case, I'm ending this stream here, guys. I'll see you guys in the next stream, and like always, subscribe. This is ATM 77 Leash. The channel has been a leash. You live and you learn. Oh, Jesus Christ. What a hell.